Hello. The ethics of leadership. The concept of leadership often conjures images of powerful individuals steering massive organizations or nations. Yet, at its core, leadership is simply influence, the ability to guide and inspire others toward a common goal. This immense power to influence, however, comes tethered to an equally immense responsibility, making the study of ethical leadership not merely an academic exercise, but a critical imperative for a thriving society. Ethical leadership moves beyond the simple adherence to legal regulations. It dives into the moral fabric of decision-making, demanding integrity, fairness, and a genuine commitment to the well-being of all stakeholders. The true test of a leader's ethics isn't found in times of success and prosperity, but in moments of profound pressure, scarcity, or crisis. It is when the easier, self-serving path diverges sharply from the harder, morally sound one that a leader's character is truly revealed. Many leaders fall prey to the ethical trap of utilitarianism, justifying a detrimental action against a minority by arguing it benefits the greatest number. An ethical leader, in contrast, must adopt a more deontological perspective, grounding their actions in universal moral duties and respect for the intrinsic value of every individual, regardless of the perceived greater good. This means upholding principles like transparency and accountability, even when they expose flaws or necessitate painful concessions. One of the most insidious challenges to ethical leadership is the seductive draw of the ends justify the means fallacy. A leader driven solely by outcome, a quarterly profit target, a political victory, or a successful product launch, can easily rationalize cutting corners, misleading stakeholders, or fostering a toxic internal culture. However, the process, the means by which a goal is achieved, irrevocably shapes the sustainability of the outcome. An ethical process, one built on trust, open communication, and respect, creates a resilient foundation. Conversely, a victory secured through deceit and exploitation is often temporary, as it erodes the very faith that makes collective effort possible in the first place. Moreover, ethical leadership necessitates a focus on stewardship rather than entitlement. The ethical leader views their position not as a license to accrue personal wealth or power, but as a temporary mandate to care for the organization, the people, and the resources entrusted to them. This stewardship principle extends beyond the immediate organization to encompass the social and environmental impact of their decisions. In the modern global landscape, a leader's ethics must incorporate a commitment to corporate social responsibility, CSR, which is no longer a peripheral marketing tool but a core operational tenet. This involves critically assessing the supply chain, ensuring equitable labor practices globally, and minimizing environmental harm, decisions that often require sacrificing short-term financial gains for long-term moral and systemic health. A deeply ethical leader also understands the profound impact of modeling behavior. The organizational culture is a direct reflection of the leader at the top. If a leader demonstrates arrogance, favoritism, or a tolerance for gossip, that behavior becomes the unofficial norm, creating a corrosive environment. Conversely, a leader who consistently exhibits humility, intellectual honesty, and empathetic listening sets a powerful precedent. This tone at the top is the single most effective ethical training program a company can implement. Ethical leaders don't just tell people to do the right thing, they show them how it's done by being the first to admit mistakes, share credit, and defend a subordinate who acted with integrity even if the outcome was unfavorable. Finally, the most challenging facet of ethical leadership in the contemporary world is grappling with the complexities of algorithmic and technological ethics. As artificial intelligence and data-driven decision-making become standard, the ethical responsibility of the human leader is to ensure that these powerful tools are designed and deployed in a manner that is unbiased, transparent, and fair. The ethical leader must ask tough questions. Is the algorithm perpetuating historical inequities? Have we prioritized privacy over convenience? The leader's role here is to act as the ultimate moral safeguard, ensuring that innovation remains in service of humanity and not the other way around. True ethical leadership is therefore a constant, reflective journey, a commitment to continuous moral self-improvement, and a dedication to leaving every community or organization touched by that leadership better than they found it. Thank you so much for reading this deep dive. If this exploration of integrity and influence resonated with you, show your support. Hit that thumbs up button to let us know, subscribe for more insightful discussions that challenge the status quo, and drop a comment below to share your own thoughts on what defines a truly ethical leader.